sense.
It happens.
Yeah,
Also,
but
one thing that we didn't really talk about is that Lunatic is actually going to be subbing CEVO back in for Relics. CEVO,
yes,
according to Twitter, has arrived at home. So
he's home.
that is one of their core fraggers on cash in their first series, now being swapped out for CEVO. I got to imagine that's got to hurt them a little bit. I mean, Relics is a really good player, not taking anything away from CEVO, but I'm sure that has to hurt them at least a little bit. CEVO, obviously, though, a great player in his own right. Sempis finding the opening frag while the A players are getting pressured here. And look at this flank.
Ooh, thanks. Able to get one, able to get two. Valens is right in there, but Drossel gets two of his own. And they're going to be trying to crunch down Drossel right there by himself. He's getting pinched up from every angle, and Valens will melt him from the side and take him out of the round. Nihilum only dropping two players, both frags going to Drossel, though that will make it 1-0 in favor of Nihilum.
Yeah, Sempis' huge flank, I don't think I ever got to materialize there. Only got one on the round, but the Nihilum players were positioned really well, not only to get the opening frags, but then they fell back to the site and kind of let Lunatic execute on the site and caught those players while they were moving in. Really good play from Nihilum there. Not really in any real danger, but working well off of each other. In this round, we're going to see a huge stack over towards B. Hiko's finding one, whiffs on him. Going to find the rest of the team. Let's see what he can do. Only gets two, though.
Yeah, Automatics right in there to get one. Sempis comes in for the clutch to take down Invert. CEVO with the FAMAS tries to outspray him. He can't do much. Sempis will get himself to that round, and that will make it 2-0 Nihilum.
Yeah, 2-0 Nihilum, where Lunatic has been unable to get the bomb down. Drossel was in a position where he was in sight with the bomb on the first round, but all of the counter-terrorists knew exactly where he was, and instead of just going for the plant and die strat, he kind of tried to make something happen, which is definitely respectable, and you understand where he's coming from. He's obviously going to try to make a play wherever he can, but I think he would have been better served had he just stuck it out there, tried to get the bomb plant. He might have died anyway, but at least he could have gotten some money for his team. Sempis pushing in through mid, getting two frags and the bomb, as the Lunatic players are now scrambling to get behind him.
Oh man, the crunch that we just saw there from Sempis, able to get 4 frags that round. They did not see that coming in the least bit. Sempis played it extremely well, able to push his way in through those smokes, take down 2 players, eventually get his way into 2 more frags, and that will make it 3-0. Nihilum is up, and Lunatic eSports will be onto a full buy here.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, Sempis has no deaths, had an M4 in his hands last round, and somehow has a FAMAS in his hands. I guess he decided to give it to Hiko, so Hiko didn't have to expend too much cash, and with that, Valens and Sempis are going to be sitting on 6K plus. Actually, Sanks has a lot of money, too. So they were able to conserve a bunch of cash by holding on to that FAMAS, not messing around with it. So looks like some early aggression over there towards Squeaky. He's going to get Lunatic an early frag, or CEVO specifically, but Hiko answered back.
Yeah, into round 4, trades going for both teams. Nihilum is going to have now only 3 players up, as Hiko and Automatic switch things around, though, leaving only CEVO alive, and Hiko's going to go for the gunfight. Hiko loses the exchange. CEVO with a nice headshot there, so Automatic's going to be left up top, as Sanks is going to be on the rotate from behind. He's actually already worked his way into the checkered room, and CEVO makes his way down into CT. They know it now. He's been spotted out. He knows they know. He can just run away at this point. They're not going to be able to get to him quick enough.
No, he unfortunately just doesn't know where Sanks is. Yeah, we know Sanks could potentially get around him at A, but he hasn't yet. So CEVO still kind of moving around, trying to make plays. He is really unsure of even what he should be doing here, but he's going to get the bomb planted. That's a good start. And if he can catch this frag on Automatic right here, which he does, that's going to set him up really, really nicely. Sanks now doesn't know where he is. Kind of a roll reversal, but he peeks out. It was one of those really unfortunate situations where neither of the players had the information that they needed. And Sanks runs a really far distance to get that off.
Yeah, he's still got a kid, though. He should be fine. Yeah,
definitely. Okay, he does have that kid. I was a little concerned for a second. Man, if he lost that round because of that move, I'd never seen anything like that for a second. I was a little concerned. I was like, does he know the bomb is planted? What's he doing?
He had enough time, but barely. If that would have been deeper into Creeper, he would have had no choice. He would have had to just defuse that, run, And he would have never made it no matter what.
I could not imagine anything more depressing than thinking you can go run and grab, like,
I got
thinking you can pull off with that play, and then you do it and you end up being like a quarter of a second short or something like that. Would just be
that
would
be pretty
worst.
upsetting.
Yeah, but obviously not what happened. Sanks experienced enough to listen for the beeps, figure out what's going on. So not only does he recover the off, but he wins the one-on-one for his team. CEVO may be the freshest player in the server, as he didn't get any playtime in the last series, but he's also fragging the hardest for his team, sitting at the only player with an even scoreline on his team so far. Lunatik eSports gonna hold on to rifles in their hands, so they are gonna be able to continue to put pressure on Nihilum, but Nihilum has been doing a really good job of shutting them down, and really that one-on-one probably shouldn't have even gotten worked down that well.
Yeah, definitely. Semphis will open up round number 5, though. Nihilum looking good so far. Not getting dropped out of it. I mean, that was worked all the way down to a 1 versus 1, as Later just said there. But Lunatik having the most successful round so far. That last round, they did get a bomb plant. They're going to go on to a buyout here. Semphis tries to work his way out of the vents to pay some dividends. Gets taken down. CEVO also goes down, but Hiko inside the bomb site grabs 3. And he has B on lockdown. Now it's all up to CEVO. They know where he is. He can take down Sanks. So CEVO still shooting extremely well here. And the replacement of him for Relics doesn't really seem that bad at the moment. CEVO is playing pretty lights out at the... Oh, he gets spammed and gives away his position. And doesn't look to his left, right where Automatic is. And Automatic will get the frag onto him. And that will make it 5-0 in favor of Nihilum.
It's so stupid how good Hiko is at this game. Not only was that spam perfectly placed, just drilling him right through that wooden door, but it also got him to freak out and shoot in that direction because he thought there was a guy creeping in the back of Checker. So, I mean, it worked so well on 2 levels. Not only did he get some tag damage on him, had he kept shooting or placed the bullets a little better, he could have potentially gotten a frag, which would have been crazy in and of itself. But he did the more important job, which was to draw out where he was. For his teammate to pick up that frag. And it looks like the quick A take is on. Drake and Drawful Soul. I can't even speak anymore. The frags are coming out. Automatic catches one through smoke. 4-on-3. Firepower advantage still towards Nihilum. Let's see if they can win this retake.
Yeah, Automatic's going to be right there fighting as hard as he can to try and prevent any more players from Lunatik getting in. And Semphis is going to be on a huge flank here. Also, that number 2 man of Hiko. They're going to try and throw a nade and a Molotov in that direction. That should burn out Scouts. Scouts goes for the cross. Doesn't actually get caught by Semphis, but it doesn't matter. It's a 3-on-3 now, but Drake will take down Semphis. Goes for another frag. Can he keep it going? And he will. Drake with the huge pickups there. That was, I believe that was a 1 versus 2 after all the trades happened, but a 4K for him to secure a round for Lunatik.
Yeah, huge play from Drake. Seems like Cash is absolutely his map. He went nuts on this map against CLG, and it seems like he is keeping it up. I guess, what, he had a 4K that last round, so previously only had 1 frag, but either way, he's stepping up and making his presence very known in the game. Quick A execute from Lunatik, I think looked better than pretty much all of their A executes in that entire first Cash game that they played. And they were able to do it with pistols, no less. So it'll be interesting to see if that's something that they continue to work in the future. Maybe last game they had so much success in mid. I can't imagine they would want to avoid it. But Scouts and Sanks going 1 for 1 right there. As Sanks gets caught out in the fire.
Yeah, so Sanks down, invert down, out of the way. Sanks did get a frag, though, so Semphis with a pistol in hand will remove Drake. Automatic goes down to CEVO, and now we're going to be into a 3-on-3, but Valence is right there, scoped in. And he's got 1 above. Doesn't matter. Scouts is able to get both of those frags onto Valence and Semphis. And now Hiko, all up to him to hero. 1v3. He knows one's at the forklift. Plays the angle. Tries to see if CEVO rotates out in his direction. CEVO on the shoulder peak. Strafing back. Will get the final frag of the round for the cleanup. 3K for Scouts. That makes it 5-2. And Lunatik is coming back here.
Yeah, a huge 3K from Scouts, taking down both the Toxic Opper and the Rifler that was on Heaven. I mean, single-handedly won the round for them. In that 3-on-3, I was really not sure which way it could have panned out. I thought the Nihilum players were in really good spots to just pick the Lunatic players off, but Scouts just shutting that down, not allowing Nihilum, even with some good positioning and firepower, to put together a round win. We are going to see Sanks and Valence get really aggressive over in Squeaky. Looks like they're getting punished for it. The Lunatic players coming out really strong this round.
Yeah, Automatic and Hiko going to be the last two left alive here. It will be 2 versus 5 into an eco round, which is round number 8. Nihilum looking like they might drop this and go 5-3 unless Hiko and Automatic with a 5-7 and a P250 between the two of them can really get something going here. Hiko's going to boost Automatic up over the top. Automatic can't see anything, gets spotted out. They try and spray some bullets through the smoke. Nothing really happens. CEVO-P's going to jump up. There goes Hiko. Can he take down Automatic? And he will. That's going to be 4K for CEVO. Able to pick up that P250 also and save out at the end of that round. That will make it 5-3 in favor of Nihilum.
Yeah, CEVO just continuing to explode as his scoreline is now 12-6. Top fragging for the entire game. As we said, didn't even play in their last best of 2 series. Wasn't home. So it seems like he came home right at the right time when he was feeling the frags. This round, I'm actually surprised that Nihilum opted to go with a buy. It was kind of a later decision for them in the freeze time. It seemed like they were really on the fence about it. And taking a look at their buy, they have not a lot of grenades, 3 FAMASas and 2 M4s. So you can tell clearly they were on the fence about this when they eventually opted to go for it. It's going to make this one a really a must-win round for them. I'm sure they didn't want to double save. There's no worse feeling than having to double save. But Drake finding 2 opening frags.
Yep, so Automatic and Hiko going to be there inside the B-bomb site. Last line of defense here. They will be 2 versus 5 as Valen's out on an island by himself at A. Not going to be able to rotate fast enough over. Automatic trying to spray down. Is able to get a bunch of damage off. He's got to get over there and help Hiko. Hiko's forced into a reload. Can Automatic get there in time? Doesn't matter. Hiko is cleaning up right now. He's only got 14 HP, though. He's got to be careful. He's waiting for his teammate to get there. Tries to step out. Drake will take him down. And Valens will be on the rotate. Vence is completely clear, though. He's going to drop down. Not going to be able to find Drake right off the bat. Just playing the angles right now. He's going to have Invert in the back. Sprays towards him a little bit. He's got to have Drake come around the corner. He's now at the headshot. They're both very low. Valens takes a big hit right there. Tries to step out. Gets the initial frag. Partially blind will be Drake. But Drake on the cleanup. And that is actually an ace for Drake. And getting his team the win in the 1 versus 1 with the ace clutch.
Huge play from Drake there. It was kind of not the style of ace you're used to seeing in the big spread or anything like that, but he was just constantly there picking up frags for his team. And with that, Nihilum actually going to be doing another broken buy. I really thought we were going to see them save, but this round they're actually opting to go 2 FAMASas and the rest of their players have pistols. They do have a lot more nades, though, so they might be able to keep Lunatic away from the sites slightly longer to let those FAMASas work, but Invert taking off Sanks' head. Lunatic is now in a position where they can take, where they can tie the game score-wise, and then also take a huge economic lead here. I mean, is Nihilum going to just buy up again next round? I mean, if they're willing to buy 2 FAMASas now, I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't be willing to do it later down the line, but definitely not a buying strategy I would recommend. Clearly, they feel confident enough in their pistoling players to pick up a rifle to make the round happen.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Oh, Semphis, can he hit this? Yes, he can. Sprays right there. Almost take down Scouts. Almost makes it happen, but Hiko on the cleanup. Nade comes out. That'll do a grip of damage.
Whoa.
Actually, no.
Get an AK launched right at him. You see that?
Yeah. From the nade that he just
used
threw
the
into the
force.
doorway.
That was awesome.
Yeah, use the force to drop the nade, but up in Shroud spot, Valens will take down CEVO, and it doesn't matter as he gets traded out by Drake because he goes right there to trade that frag. So this round has turned around all in favor of Nihilum so far. Drossel, huge clutch attempt here, able to get the first one, not able to take down Automatic, and that will make it 6-4 in favor of Nihilum. But Lunatic showing some a glimmer of hope here.
Yeah, definitely. This is, man, I'm actually surprised that this game is being worked as close as it is, but Nihilum just did such a great job of using their pistoling players to really lay down the foundation for that round. It was, as we said, they had 3 pistols and 2 FAMASas, and the last 2 remaining players, I think, were the players that originally had the FAMASas, if I'm not mistaken. So they did such a good job of getting their pistolers out there, forcing the engagements, and having the rifles in the back waiting to pick off the final frags, and it was just fortunate for them that their pistolers did so much work for them. Hiko getting a lot of nades thrown all around him. He's eventually going to hop over to B and support them. That is a 3-man stack over towards B with Semphis and Hiko so close to B main.
Yeah, Scouts, Invert, and Tivu going to be the last remaining terrorist here. But of course, Semphis very low, down to about 17 HP. Hiko's going to get some information there. They know he can't rotate backwards, but he does have Semphis close as they try and cross. Flashbang goes down. Semphis really needs to try and support there. Smoked out, though. Not able to get into it. Invert goes through the smoke and taken down by Semphis playing the angle. 2K for Semphis. Kills spread out between Hiko, Automatic, and Sanks. All but Valen's got to frag that round, and that will be 7-4. As after Lunatic won 4 in a row, Nihilum just wins 2 of their own in a row.
Yeah, and off that gutsy buy, still, I mean, it worked out for them. Man, still cannot imagine making that gutsy call. That really easily could have backfired for them. And actually right now, Nihilum has Lunatic on the ropes economically. 2 Galeelas going out for them, so Lunatic is going to need a really convincing round here to regain control of this game. And Drossel actually found one before getting traded out by Semphis. I wouldn't mind seeing Lunatic fall back into what worked for them before, which is trying to put some aggression on mid and take mid control. I guess they're a little bit scared of what Semphis had been doing to them, but Semphis has been playing towards B, so I think it is something that they should look at for the future. Maybe not right now when there's fire all over it.
Yeah, it's going to be a little tough here. Tivu and the company are going to be working their way into A main. They will meet Valens and Sanks. If Sanks is able to get up there, and yeah, here comes Sanks on the rotate. Valens will drop the Molotov down into the bomb site. Sanks will go up top, sees one drop over towards the quad box, tries to get an angle on him, can't quite make it happen. He knows there should be one near forklift. Bomb is going to get planted. Valens will rush in there. Can't get the bomb planter in time, but he is traded out really fast, and Sanks is there to remove Tivu, so now it's all on the back of Scouts. He hears Automatic. Can he get the frag? Yes, he will. He's got one wrapping around on him, and Sanks is just a little too fast. And that will be a victory in favor of Nihilum, so that will be round 3 in a row off of that defuse. That makes it 8-4. Nihilum is up.
Yeah, I really like that play from Valens there. I thought he'd be able to scoot into the site and get the frags, or get the frag on the bomber before the planter went down. But either way, he caused enough chaos to allow his rotating, supporting teammates to catch terrorists that were just exposing themselves left and right. They just created a lot of chaos there, so good on him. This round, we're actually going to be seeing Lunatic go for a more traditional eco here with just pistols and some upgraded armor. I feel like the first time we're seeing a team and not buy for it when they had the opportunity. They're going right out in A, where they had success actually on the other eco round before, but I don't think they're going to be able to beat these rifles.
Tivu's going to do everything that he can, takes down Sanks, but real close will be Semphis, and Semphis removes him from the round. That'll make the score 9-4 in favor of Nihilum, and we're hit round 14, and Lunatic will finally be back onto a full buy.
Yeah, definitely realized in the middle of my statement that I was not quite correct. Lunatic's first round win, if I'm not mistaken, came off of an eco. So they have actually, there has been some straight up eco rounds coming out. It just hadn't been one for a while. This round we're actually going to see something else I feel like we haven't seen enough this game, which is straight up full strength rifle on rifle play. And that was actually a bad Molotov that popped over the boost. Didn't get to really fire anyone out, and with that, Lunatic eSports could have a potential opening at A, but that smoke is going to keep them out.
So now into round 14. Each team has a player down from them, and now actually there's 2 down from Nihilum. That's going to be Automatic and Valens out of the way, leaving Sanks by himself at A. Fast rotate will be Hiko and Semphis over there outside B with a ton of information. They should force Hiko into the bomb site to try and help there. Gets a nice nade, able to get another frag, but Invert and Drossel pick up frags of their own to make this a 2 versus 1 as Semphis is on a deep rotate here. And if he runs a little bit too far, he will get hurt by Invert.
Oh, Invert just looked right at him through a wall. I
don't think he hurt him.
Perspective. You don't think so?
I don't think so. He's looking in that direction.
He clearly has a hunch.
Yeah, I mean, but at that point you have to wait for it. I mean, Drossel wasn't looking in that direction, so they were just kind of hoping that he was there. But I mean,
it could have been a process
directly at him. Yeah, they were just waiting.
Yeah, so a good play from Lunatic regaining control of the scoreboard. If they can win this last round, which seems totally possible given Nihilum's financial situation, I think a 9-6 is not terrible in the grand scheme. I think both these teams have had really shining moments. I definitely don't think, I mean, while Nihilum obviously has a big score lead at this point, I definitely don't think Nihilum has been absolutely crushing them. And while Lunatic hasn't been able to quite lock up all the rounds that I'm sure they would have wanted to, I don't think they've had, I don't think that it should take away from the good rounds they've had. I want to see if Drossel gets picked through this window here, and not quite. Hiko boosted up. Really thought he might have been able to get a frag there, but Hiko jumped the gun. Probably could have waited a little bit longer, and had Drossel sit in there. But I guess it's a little too risky. If Drossel notices that, it's a pretty quick flick.
Man, Drossel gets out of there just barely, almost gets sprayed down. Kids goes down to 13 HP. Scouts almost loses his life right there too. But Drakeson will take down Sanks. Semphis is there to answer inside this checkered room, shooting up into the squeaky before Tivu takes him down. Trades going with automatic also. Can Hiko stay in the B bomb site and get some frags? Are able to get 2 before he has to back out. That leaves Invert all by himself in the final round of the half. Nihilum is gonna make this 10-5 as Valen's on the cleanup. And yes, Nihilum 10-5 will be the half on map number 1 in this best of 2 in CEVO Season 7 MLG Pro League.
Yeah, Hiko staying alive there, super important. I didn't even think he stayed alive for a lot longer than I thought he would be. I really thought Tivu would be able to eventually clean him up right there at the end, but I think he stuck around for 2, and that was exactly what he needed, what his team needed from him that round. So as you said, Nihilum, 5-round lead going into this half. Kind of, I guess this is definitely leaning a bit towards Nihilum, but I would say this is a pretty even scoreline. Lunatic showed, especially on Inferno, that they can put together a really slick CT side of a map. So if they can get going with their momentum early and not let Nihilum to get a bomb plan or, God forbid, a pistol round, I could see Lunatic crawling their way back in it, but it's not going to be easy. They're going to have to start strong and really start to string them together fast and early.
Oh, man. So just waiting for all the players to ready up here so we can get this live. Everybody, we are back and getting underway with Nihilum Gaming versus Lunatic eSports. I'm Misled, and with me is Later, and we will be bringing you guys the second half of map number 1, which Nihilum actually took that first half 10-5.
Yeah, so you got to imagine they're feeling pretty confident going into this half right here. A pistol round would be big for them. It would be really the next step for them closing this one out. The Lunatic seems like they have drive at the end. When they're down, they seem to find a way to bring it back close. Even if they aren't going to make the full comeback happen, they're not going to end up bringing out a win. They seem to always make it exciting. And Hiko just positioned so well, catching Drossel and Tivu getting aggressive. But the bomb's down in A.
Drake, can he get it going? No, Semphis just gets clean from the side right there. Oh, dirty shots. And Automatic picks up 2. Invert's got to look up. Can he take him down? Invert, last one left alive, and Automatic comes up huge for his team, able to get 3 as Hiko got the other 2. And that will be another round in the pocket of Nihilum. 11-5 will be the score.
Yeah, I'm curious if that was something that Nihilum was ready for. Through watching Lunatic's tape or something. Not Semphis missing his shots, more so Hiko hanging out in that B connector waiting for players to come his way and just decapitating both of them. I mean, I'm sure they were running full speed at him, so it's not like it was too much of a surprise after a while, but the fact that he even positioned himself there in the first place is pretty crazy stuff. Drake going to be pushed all the way through mid-main, has an opportunity to catch a frag, but no. Valens catches him off guard, and with that, Lunatic on a really quick man disadvantage here.
So Drake is down out of the way. Nihilum has that early advantage here. They're going to be up 5-4. They're just holding on. Terrorist side, they have the gun advantage also. Let's see if they can keep it going here. As I said, as Later said also, Drake out of the way. Invert trying to go for that one dig. Couldn't wrangle the deagle in there. And they're going to try to peek out. Automatic will take down Drossel. Can Scouts get it going? Nope. Semphis is all over the top of him. Automatic hunting for some frags, but Invert removes his face with the deagle headshot, and Tivu gets caught out in the open by Hiko, and that is going to make it 12-5 Nihilum.
Yeah, not that that one was a particularly tough one, but Hiko seems to be shooting players in the side of the head a lot. And that's really just a symptom of him positioning himself so well. I mean, on the pistol round, as you point out, he just stood there and clicked 2 heads off that round. shot the player coming out of Z right in the side of the head. Even on their own CT side, when he was falling into the checker room and letting players in B kind of cruise by him, he got a bunch of spray downs on players that just were not looking at him. Hiko's really just a positioning master, and Semphis picking up 2 frags off of a great pop flash there as Automatic pinches the A site.
Yeah, Hiko looking, or excuse me, Semphis looking, gets caught out in the open right as I start to praise him. Caster's curse, I'm sorry for that, buddy. But it was looking good on that push initially into the squeaky room. Got 2 frags. Automatic is able to get 2 also. And now it's just Scouts all by himself in this eco round, going against Automatic, trying to wrangle in the silence USP. Can't quite do it, and Automatic will pick up 3. That makes it 13-5 Nihilum, as now we get into the first full buy rounds for both teams.
Yeah, this is the first full buy round, as you said, but it's really Lunatic's last opportunity to get a hold on this game. If Nihilum can continue to really cleanly win these rounds, I think that might be all she wrote for Lunatic here, but they do have rifles across the board, so they are looking to put up a fight of some kind, and they are also going to have Scouts pushed up pretty deep in middle. Potentially catch some boosters who are not going to be going his way. On the other side of the map, CEVO catching a frag on Hiko, impact fragger right there, so taking him out of the round is going to be super important, but he still has Semphis with the bomb in his hands and another one of his teammates, Automatic, to deal with.
CEVO's going to be right there at the generator playing that headshot box. Him and Drake are able to pick up frags on Semphis and Automatic. Sanks at the other side of things will answer. He's going to be all by himself, though. He's going to be into a 1 versus 4 situation after he was able to take down Drossel. So he's got Scouts, Drake, and Invert and CEVO in his face. They have the bomb down, so Sanks has a tough decision here. Does he go for it with his team having quite a few rounds, an 8-round advantage to be exact here, or does he just sit back and relax a little bit, try and save this A kid to live to fight another day? They don't really need the money. Semphis is the only one low, but Automatic can drop without a doubt.
I think a lot of it's just going to depend on how this peak goes. If you can get a pick here, which he can't, maybe you should try to work some more, or maybe fall back based on how much damage he took. But Drake burned him down pretty quickly, and just like that, Lunatic holding on when they really most desperately need to, and staying in this game. And that round, they got the early engagements pretty much all over the place. CEVO got one over in B. I think one went out over outside of A right off the bat as well. So it seems like pretty much spread across the map. Lunatic finding the early frags and not letting Nihilum squat up and execute a strat, really. It seems like there's a big player focus for Nihilum over towards the A bomb site, but the bomb cheating over a bit towards B, so it'll be interesting to see what they ultimately decide to do there, but it looks like they are just going to be scooting that over towards the A bomb site. It seems like there's just no surprise where the strat is going to be executed. It seems like both teams are nearly grouped up at A at this point. The only player still far away is CEVO, and he can't move. Even if his teammates are pretty confident they're going A, he needs to stay put.
Yeah, bomb is over at A. Hasn't been spotted yet. Doesn't look like it. Trade's coming out, though. It's going to be a 2 versus 3. 2v2 now. Automatic and Balance. And Automatic is coming alive in this second half of the game. Can he keep it going for his team here? He's got to get something going on. He's still alive in this round. Balance will take down CEVO. And Balance stepping up big here. They know where Automatic is. Flashbang goes down. It's not going to affect Scouts at all. He's going to wrap his way around, but Automatic is right there. He doesn't know that he's that close. He's going to stick this. He's sticking it, and Automatic will come out and get the clutch frag. 1 versus 1 victory for him. And Nihilum brings this to 14-6.
Yeah, really gutsy play from Scouts there, sticking it, but I think it was a good opportunity for him. That was definitely one that is tough. That's one where the other person is not necessarily going to peak. I mean, maybe he didn't know how close Automatic was, but I'm sure he had to know he was close. And by making that stick attempt, you're really banking on the other player having nerves of steel and making the wrong decision there. So good on Automatic for shutting that down and not getting Ninja diffused on. But wow, Drake's actually going to get a bunch of players right by him. He's in a great position to frag. He's able to find one. Let's see if he can find any more.
And gets away with the frag on Automatic there as Hiko takes down Scouts. So now we have Drossel down to No, Drossel not anymore. Drake down to 14. Sanks all over the top of him. Easily sprays him down. And that's a 2K for Semphis, 2K for Hiko. Sanks is able to get the other frag. And that's match point for Nihilum, who had a little bit of some issues in first half. Ended up making it a 10-5. And so far, second half, only dropping one round. And they have been on a roll.
Yeah, and Lunatic having no choice but to force out on this round. As you said, this is the map point. So got to be feeling really comfortable with this lead that they've built up and their ability to really dominate Lunatic all over this map. Sanks just missing a frag on TEVO, almost decapitated him right off the bat. Let's see if TEVO can do anything about this predicament he's found himself in. Drossel improving his position, taking down Semphis early on in the round. It seems like when Lunatic is able to get these early picks before they can really execute a strat, Lunatic comes out on top of the round, or at least has a decently successful round.
Yeah.
Let's see if that is. I think that seems like it would be the first piece to this puzzle, that pick for Drossel, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, can they keep this going here? Drossel is able to take down Semphis, who's playing extremely well. Same with Hiko. They can get both of them out of the way. They're looking pretty good, but the fact is, it's not just Semphis and Hiko anymore. Automatic is really picking things up, as we just saw right there, taking down Invert. So they got a lot of players to worry about, and that's something dangerous, because when it's just Hiko and Semphis, it's a much more manageable team to deal with, let's be honest. But as soon as Sanks and Automatic really get going there, and Valen's coming in there also, I mean, he's really stepped it up himself. But possibly the last round in the half, as Scouts is able to take down Automatic. There goes Sanks. So now it's Hiko and Valens. Hiko's going to be at the squeaky door. Valens is going to be working his way to A. A is wide open at the moment. Only one player at the truck watching, and he fires off a shot. He does see the bomb, so it's going to be a full four-man rotate coming over to that A bomb site. Hiko drops down. And counter smoke right there to not make it so easy to get in the site. And Valens will be playing in A main. Just making some noise. Can he take down Drossel? And he will. This could be it. It's into a 2 versus 2 now. TEVO gets caught out in the open, and Valens does a ton of damage to Scouts. So Scouts very low. He's got to go 1v2. Can't even beat Valens, and Valens will get the 3K to end map number 1. 16-6 victory for Nihilum, and they are looking on point.
Yeah, definitely. And that has to be pretty disheartening if you're a Lunatic. That was, if I'm not mistaken, Lunatic's map choice, as Nihilum started CT's side first. So it has to be pretty tough, especially when they had such a good showing against CLG right in the game before, and picking up a map off a tier 1 team like CLG, and then on the rebounding and on the same map losing 16-6. Kind of tough there for Lunatic. Seemed like this Nihilum team is just not messing around at all.
Yeah, Nihilum looking very good last night. They had a great series against Luminosity. Of course, ended up making that quite the series there, especially after Nihilum was looked to be a heavy favorite in that, and Luminosity really showed their stuff at the end of the night, especially after CLG. But Nihilum tonight, trying to make a statement here. They don't want another tie on their record. They just want to go full tilt into these into the W's here and get a 2-0 victory over Lunatic, who actually just tied CLG earlier tonight. And Lunatic looking much better than they have in the past so far.